Hey guys, Xander here with a follow-up video for you on the last one about compass pathways. I'm happy to report that I made an $1,100 profit out of a $10,000 principal in 8 weeks. 11% return in 8 weeks. Past performance doesn't guarantee future success. This isn't guaranteed. This isn't intended as personalized financial advice, but I am happy with the result and I wanted to share some of the lessons I learned and some of the details of how I did it. This is especially noteworthy given that the stock went nowhere during the duration of the trade, started and ended at 53. So here are the major takeaways as far as I'm concerned. I found that it worked to sell credit spreads when the market was at near highs, just off short-term highs. And as it dropped, I widened them out and converted them to naked puts. That builds in a wide margin of error, wider than just starting with naked puts. The second lesson I learned was to be patient in adjusting the trade. And the third lesson I learned was to be comfortable holding the short puts in the money. Now, we'll get into some details here. You can see that I started this trade on December 28th by selling the front month nearest at the money, just out of the money, put credit spread, $5 wide for a decent credit right here. The next day, after it dropped, I widened that credit spread out from 50.45 to 50.40. And 2 days after that, I converted it to a naked put by selling the 40 put. I could have obviously done better by waiting longer, and that's one lesson, to be patient. Now, the next note I wanted to cover here was when I started rolling these trades. My thought process was that I'm committed to the stock no matter what. I'm just going to roll with it if I have to, but as long as it takes, I'm with it. And look at this thought process here, because although it's tempting to roll as soon as it goes in the money, I wrote, I'm giving myself more and more room for this trade. I'm now chilling as long as it's over 46. I will roll if it breaches. Now, by this point, I'd accumulated $400, as you can see, and the difference between 50, the strike price, and $4 is 46. And you can see the stock was still sitting at 47. So even though it was showing a pretty big paper loss at that time, I was not worried because if the stock just stays at 47 until expiration, I'm still going to come out ahead. Now, you can see as the stock continued to drop, that is when I started to roll out to the next month. However, the high implied volatility for this stock really helped me there. You can look at the trades here. The exact details are not so important, aside from the fact that after rolling quite a bit, I ended up rolling each of the short puts down by $5 out to the next month for a credit, net credit overall, which I was very happy with. And the stock did not go below the point at which I would eventually break even. And at the end of option expiration, these puts expired out of the money, the options expired worthless, and I collected the net credit of profit of $1,100. So you can see all of the arrows in the screen are when I made these trades. The one highly profitable thing I did was to sort of roll one of these in advance. As you can see, I opened up the February put at 550 while it was at 42 right here. And then a day later, when it was at 43, I closed out the January put. Depending, that can be a little trick that you can do sometimes. That's about all I have to say about this trade. However, I would also say that although I was committed to it for the long term, I was happy that I got out of it before lockup expiration. As you will notice if you've been following the stock since March 17th when the lockup expired, it's gone nowhere but down. There could be a short-term floor here. After all, today was the first day that it closed up a little bit. So I am thinking about getting back in, but I can't call the bottom. Please do your own due diligence. That being said, I am considering getting back into a similar trade at a point not too distant in the future from now. So hopefully you got something out of that. I just went through. I know it's a very technical video, but um, this is an example of how I used short options to profit as the stock went nowhere. And if you'd like to follow more of these trades, follow all of my trades, and communicate with the trading community that I have, just join my Discord server in the link description. It's free. Hope to see you there. Good luck with your trading, guys, and peace out.